Yes, I'm wearing a hat backwards indoors. That's not the point. So today I want to talk about a theory that's been circulating Twitter and YouTube, and even in my comments for quite some time now, especially since last week. That theory being related to Kari, Gatomon, and Dark Mildramon. Now I'm going to try and lay out this theory for you as simple as possible. By the way, this is not my theory.
Sounds like a lot of...
I'm just discussing a theory that's been circulating. I don't take any ownership of that. But it's interesting, so I want to talk about it. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going with. So there's been some speculation that Gatomon is Dark Mildramon. The Dark Digimon of the digital world have already captured Gatomon and used its holy powers, which is what they were trying to do with Angemon several episodes ago, but failed because Tailmon intervened.
That's pretty good.
But with Gatomon, they succeeded. Now you have Dark Mildramon, because Mildramon is an evolution of Gatomon from a different canon. So bearing that in mind, why do people think this? Well, it's because Kari's having this interaction with something in the digital world which is pulling her from the real world to the digital world, and then also, she's like staring into space all the time, she's dazzled. What is it that's drawing her near? Well, people speculate that because Dark Mildramon is a dark digi-evolution of Gatomon, potentially, that might be what it is. Gatomon is calling to Kari as she is trapped in this dark Digivolution form. And this is similar to how Agumon broke out of that Sudom Mugendramon form in episode 24 against Don Devimon. Clearly, Digimon can communicate from within those forms. So we kind of seen it before. Okay, it's not entirely unbelievable. Maybe with the episodes, they might have alluded to that fact maybe a bit stronger than just really subtle hints. Just so happens that Mildramon and Dark Mildramon are evolutions of Gatomon. But if that's the case, we're going to have the Digi-Egg of Miracles. And then that brings in a whole other problem, because how are you going to also integrate Digi-Eggs with possibly Ryo Akiyama from the games, because we're going to get Millenniumon. It seems like a lot to integrate all at once. Maybe it's just a head nod, an Easter egg, who knows? Looking at the information we have so far, it seems as though all of the things that we've been shown to happen in the series have been pretty strongly alluded to. Now, it isn't impossible for Dark Mildramon to be Gatomon, and eventually we'll get a story arc where Dark Mildramon reverts to Gatomon, and Dark Nightmon also becomes good. Who knows, maybe he changes sides. And people might think, well, how is Gatomon supposed to evolve into Mildramon without the Digi-Egg of Miracles? In different series such as Digimon Savers or Data Squad, whichever one you're used to, we've seen instances of Digimon evolving into Digimon such as Digimon without the need of the Digi-Eggs. So again, it isn't impossible for Adventure to reuse this aspect of not using Digi-Eggs to evolve into certain forms. So it's not the plausibility of Gatomon evolving into Mildramon that puzzles me. I think it's just in the narrative that we have. It seems like a lot's being put in. I suppose it's no coincidence that we've seen Dark Mildramon at the same time as when they changed the ending sequence of Digimon Adventure 2020, include Gatomon. But at the same time, we have seen Dark Mildramon before the ending was changed. So is there an association? Is there not? For me personally, I understand the theory, but it seems like a bit more of a head nod Easter egg than it does an actual plot line. Although at this point in the series, it really wouldn't surprise me if Toei went down that path, because weirder things have happened. Like, who would have thought they would have used the villain from the Digimon Savers Data Squad movie that came out in like 2006 as the war game villain at the start to fight Omnimon? Who would have thought, I feel as though it would be harder for them to integrate Gatomon as Mildramon by using that Angemon evolution line, because as we know, they're separate evolution lines. I'm flip-flopping a lot here, but once again, we're possibly going to have Kreska Garurumon and Blitz Greymon, so is it really impossible to imagine that each of the Digidestined might get different megas? They might get 2 megas per Digimon, who knows? Like, they might have different forms. It seems like they're going to go that way with Greymon and Garurumon. They are the fan favourites, so it makes sense for them to do that. It's just so uncertain, and maybe it's possible. I don't know. The more I'm talking about it, the more I'm buying the idea. But I just don't know. It's just not quite there for me yet. I feel like if that really was what they were going to do with Dark Mildramon and Gatomon, they might have alluded to that a bit earlier. I could be completely wrong about this. I personally feel as though it might not happen. It seems like a lot to do all at once, especially with Millenniumon making itself ever present in the series, having such a great effect on the things that happens around the Digidestined, the main characters. To then have Dark Mildramon revert to Gatomon and Gatomon evolve back into Angemon and different evolution lines and stuff, it seems like a lot to take in, a lot to explain. I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I had some comments regarding that theory. I then saw it again on Twitter, so I appreciate those who comment. But this theory seems not absolutely crazy, but I think just the way the narrative is going, they might have alluded to it a bit stronger already. But who knows? Like, anything can happened in this series. So much crazy stuff has happened already. So guys, if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please support me where you can, and even share it with your friends if you have similar interests like Digimon as well. Please share. Also follow me on Twitter. I'm quite active on that account. I like communicating with people in the Digimon community. I like having a bit of a laugh, sharing a few daft tweets every now and again. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and take care.